Why climbers don't help the injured. The harsh truth of the mountains are a place of breathtaking beauty and unforgiving death. Everest, K2, Annapurna. These names sound like legends, but each peak hides its tragedies. The cruelest truth of high-altitude mountaineering is this: sometimes climbers leave the injured behind. The death zone above 8,000 meters begins what is known as the death zone. Here the air is so thin that even the strongest climber can only survive for a few hours. The body shuts down, the mind loses clarity. Every extra step, every delay can mean death. Climbers carry the bare minimum: oxygen, ropes, a little food. Hauling a full-grown person down steep ice walls is almost impossible. Even helping someone walk a few meters can drain the last of one's strength. The story of David Sharp. Everest's frozen tragedy. In 2006, British climber David Sharp attempted to climb Everest alone. At around 8,500 meters, he collapsed and sat down inside a small icy cave. More than 40 climbers passed by. None managed to save him. Some never even noticed him. Others knew the truth: helping was physically impossible. Sharp died there, and his story shocked the world. People began calling Everest the highest graveyard on Earth. A miracle on K2-2008, but there are also stories of courage. In 2008, disaster struck on K2 when an icefall killed and trapped dozens of climbers. Amid the chaos, Norwegian climber Rolf Bay and his team risked their lives to bring the wounded down. They managed to save some, though many others perished, and the rescuers barely survived themselves. The philosophy of the heights in mountaineering: there is an unwritten law: each climber is responsible for themselves. When signing up for an expedition, climbers know the reality: if a serious injury happens in the death zone, chances of survival are almost zero. Helicopters cannot reach these heights, doctors cannot climb there, and stretchers are useless on sheer ice slopes. Sparks of humanity, and yet, the mountains remember acts of self-sacrifice. In the 1996 Everest disaster, several guides stayed with their clients until the very end, knowing it meant certain death. Their names are remembered with honor. The mountains are merciless. But it is precisely where death is closest that the greatest question arises: save yourself or try to save another. Even when the chances are none, stories of sacrifice prove one thing: humanity can still burn brightly, even in the death zone.